morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhakal. The top stories first. Festival of Colors being observed today amid coronavirus concerns. Government cautions revelers not to gather in mass. RPP factions unite once again. The pro-monarchy party to have 3 presidents. UNICEF warns public about misinformation regarding coronavirus, tells people to seek accurate information from verified sources. Quarter of Italians kept on lockdown, coronavirus death toll tops 3,500. And Manchester United Chelsea register vital wins, fight for top 4 spot intensifies in the Premier League. And now the news in detail. Falgun Purnima, popularly known as Holi Festival, is being observed with much fanfare in the capital and hill districts today. The festival is also known as the Festival of Colors as people smear colors to each other to celebrate the arrival of the spring season. The festival begins on the 8th day of the new moon in the month of Falgun and ends with the burning of the chir or the pole which was installed earlier on the full moon day today. According to the Hindu mythology, demon king Hiranyakashipu, who was unhappy with his son Prahlad for his wholehearted devotion to Lord Vishnu, ordered his sister Holika to kill Prahlad. Following her brother's instructions, Holika, who had a boon from God that fire would not harm her, sat on a pyre with Prahlad on her lap, but was herself burnt to death while Prahlad remained unhurt due to the blessing of Lord Vishnu. From then onwards, the festival, also known as Holi, is celebrated by smearing color with enjoyment. It is believed that Lord Vishnu had warned Holika that the boon she had received will be meaningless if she misused it. This year, the fear of coronavirus has played the spoilsport on festive mood as the government has requested Holi revelers to abstain from merrymaking to avoid the possible spread of the deadly disease. The WHO has put Nepal at high risk of infection. This festival is celebrated in the Tarai region tomorrow. Rashtriya Prajatantra Party has agreed to unite with its splinter fraction, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party United. The two parties yesterday announced their unification after long discussions and dialogue, the state-owned news agency RSS reported. RPP United joint chairpersons Pashupati S.J.B. Rana and Dr. Prakash Chandra Lohani and RPP chair Kamal Thapa signed the approach paper to the unification on Saturday night. According to RSS, the new party will have 3 presidents. The declaration assembly will be held on March 11th. The 3 presidents will decide on the central committee composition, division of responsibilities and day-to-day affairs of the party. The united RPP has decided to adopt the principle of democracy with monarchy and Sanatan Hindu state. Likewise, it shall follow local self-governance, liberal economy and non-aligned foreign policy. An interim statute will be developed accordingly, reports RSS. The statute will be drafted and presented by a committee within the next 6 months. As per the agreement, the General Convention of the Unified Party will be held within the next 18 months. The election symbol of both the parties have been withheld for 6 months. RPP flag will be used by the new party as well. After hearing rumors of being replaced as the National Assembly member by NCP Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam, MP Ram Narayan Bidari has lashed out at the party for such a decision. The proposal to nominate NCP Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam to the National Assembly has been put on hold after Dr. Yubaraj Khatiwada was reappointed for a second term upon the recommendation of Prime Minister K.P. Oli. Bidari has expressed strong opposition to the idea that he would be replaced by Gautam. Although the Media Council bill was passed unanimously from the upper house, the media persons are still apprehensive about it. However, MP Bidari has urged all media persons to stop doubting the Parliament's decision. MP Bidari also said it is imperative to pursue journalism ethically. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. Misinformation during times of a health crisis like the one caused by coronavirus can spread paranoia, fear and stigmatization, a high-ranking UNICEF official said in a statement. It can also result in people being left unprotected or more vulnerable to the virus, said Charlotte Petri-Gorinska, UNICEF Deputy Executive Director for Partnerships. Gorinska urged the public to seek accurate information from verified sources such as UNICEF or WHO, government health officials, and trusted healthcare professionals on how to keep oneself and family safe. She also requested everyone to refrain from sharing information from untrustworthy or unverified sources. For example, a recent erroneous online message circulating in several languages around the world and perpetrating to be a UNICEF communication appears to indicate, among other things, that avoiding ice cream and other cold foods can help prevent the onset of the disease. This is, of course, wholly untrue, she wrote. She further said that UNICEF is actively taking steps to provide accurate information about the virus. It has been collaborating with the World Health Organization, government authorities, and with online partners like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok to make sure that accurate information and advice is available. An armed police force personnel on duty has been seriously injured after shooting at himself. Deployed at the Armed Police Force Battalion No. 10 at Kauvila Sima, 30-year-old Ananda Mishra shot himself with the SLR he was carrying. Armed Police Force SP Binod Raj Mishra informed that Ananda was on duty while he shot himself on the neck. The injured is being treated at the Birganj Hospital after first aid was provided to him in the district hospital at Malangwa. Former Prime Minister Madhav Kumar Nepal has said that the country can achieve economic prosperity through energy and tourism. He made such remarks at a time when the government is taking feedbacks from stakeholders to realize its dream of a prosperous Nepal. In this context, Leader Nepal suggested the government to empower the country by generating electricity and exploring tourism potential. He also added that the government must monitor the development works properly and adopt a policy of reward and punishment. And now the news from the economic front. The globally spreading coronavirus has also instilled fear in the Nepali market over scarcity of daily essentials. However, the government and the business entrepreneurs have been constantly stating that it is not the case. The coronavirus has become a cause for concern even for the local people in Nepal who fear that scarcity of everyday essentials will create a chaos. The government has, however, assured the public that any sort of pseudo-scarcity will be severely dealt with and has asked the people themselves to roll up their sleeves and report any illegal black marketing activity. Lekh Raj Bhatta, Minister for Industry, Commerce and Supplies, has announced that all essentials like cooking gas, petroleum products, salt and sugar are abundant in the market and said there is no need for the public to worry about shortages. At present, medical supplies like masks and medicines are in short supply as India has put a cap on the export of medicines and raw materials. At this point, it becomes even more important for the government to study the market extensively to come up with smarter solutions, according to analysts. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. A quarter of the Italian population was in lockdown on Sunday as the government took drastic steps to stop the spread of the deadly coronavirus sweeping the globe, AFP reported. Meanwhile, Iran recorded another 49 deaths and the national airline suspended flights to Europe. Italy's COVID-19 death count is now 233, more than any other country outside China. The outbreak has now killed more than 3,500 people and infected over 105,000 across 95 countries and territories. Italy's measures in place until April 3 bar people from entering or leaving vast areas of northern Italy without good reason, according to a decree published online. According to AFP, the quarantine zones are home to more than 15 million people and include the regions around Venice and financial capital Milan. Cinemas, theaters and museums will be closed nationwide. The lockdown does allow for the return home of those who were in the affected areas but live elsewhere, including tourists. The borders with Austria, Switzerland and Slovenia remain open. Thousands took to the streets across the globe to mark the International Women's Day on Sunday despite the coronavirus outbreak forcing the cancellation of a slew of events in Asia as violence marred some European gatherings. In China, the epicenter of the epidemic that has killed more than 3,500 people and infected over 100,000 worldwide, state broadcaster CCTV highlighted the work of female medical workers on the front lines in the fight against the virus. Despite growing fears over the worsening epidemic, marches went ahead in Thailand, Indonesia and the Philippines, while women also allied in ultra-conservative Pakistan demanding freedom. The women's marathon planned in India was postponed over virus concerns as Prime Minister Narendra Modi said prominent women would run his social media accounts for the day. France saw a clutch of virus deaths take its virus toll to 16 on Saturday, but Paris hosted several rallies, one of which saw violence which organizers blamed on police. A rally in Kyrgyzstan also turned violent as police detained dozens of protesters, mainly women, after masked men attacked them and tore up their placards in the capital, Bishkek. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Manchester United and Chelsea both secured important wins in the English Premier League yesterday. Chelsea kicked off the fixtures for Sunday night with a resounding 4-0 win over Everton at Stamford Bridge. Mount, Pedro, Willian and Giroud all scored for Chelsea as Everton's fate was sealed within the hour mark. Everton showed no signs of fight back as Chelsea solidified their top 4 place with 3 more points in the bag to reach 48 points. However, the highlight of the night was the game between Manchester United and Manchester City played at Old Trafford, in which the Red Devils secured a 2-0 win. United scored first in the 30th minute through an Anthony Martial trademark finish at the near post. City pushed for an equalizer throughout the second half but failed to do so. However, they were caught out in the 96th minute when Scott McTominay scored into an open net through the goalkeeper's missed pass and sealed the win for the home team. The win takes United within 3 points of the 4th-placed Chelsea. City's loss also means that Liverpool, who need 6 more points, can now seal the league title with 2 more wins. Real Madrid sustained a shock defeat at the hands of Real Betis to hand the initiative to Barcelona in the La Liga title race. Barcelona had beaten Real Sociedad 1-0 on Saturday to go 2 points clear, and Zinedine Zidane's side was unable to respond with a victory of their own. The loss puts Real behind the league leaders Barcelona, who are themselves on 58 points after 27 games. Real are on 56 points. In the Italian Serie A, Juventus defeated Inter Milan by 2-0 as they hold on to their top spot. The game was played in front of an empty home stadium as Juventus' Aaron Ramsey and Pablo Dybala scored a goal each in the second half to seal the win for the Turin side. The win helps Juve claim top spot with 63 points from Lazio, who are on 62 points. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Festival of Colors being observed today amid coronavirus concerns. Government cautions revelers not to gather in mass. RPP factions unite once again. The pro-monarchy party to have 3 presidents. UNICEF warns public about misinformation regarding coronavirus, tells people to seek accurate information from verified sources. Quarter of Italians kept on lockdown. Coronavirus death toll tops 3,500. And Manchester United Chelsea register vital wins. Fight for top 4 spot intensifies in the Premier League. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.